Reality check, man. You don't know, man, is a revolutionist, man. Welcome back to Aromatic Realistic TV. Anyway, people, I just do my morning workout, because you don't know a thing, go. If you go in the gym and get your workout, just come back. And I want to jump on the SOE, the state of emergency, because I see where they go to the Governor General, and the Governor General signed off on it. Because the opposition said no to it this time. But anyway, I sit down and I listen the two sides. And said, okay. So I listen Senator Damian Crawford, because the thing about it, people, we need to listen. We don't need to just run with something and we don't get the substance from it. Not true, because he's a senator from the PMP and he's another senator from the GLP. We don't listen. If we don't listen, we are not going to comprehend. We don't comprehend, it simply means to say we not learn. We need to get the substance from this conversation so we can come to our conclusion and make our decision. Right? So, I sit down and I listen Senator Damian Crawford as he present to the House of Parliament why he is a no this time around to the SOE, State of Emergency, and the remaining PMP also is a no. As we go along, then we will find out why the PMP and Mr. Crawford at this time says no. All right, this is it. So the Prime Minister budget presentation in March. Mr. Holiness says murder was down 5%. Right? Mr. Holiness budget presentation in March to the House of Parliament and to Jamaica is that crime was down 5%. Fair enough. When credit is due, credit is due. Crime is down, crime is down. In April, crime went up by 1.8%. In May, crimes also went up by 6.5%. And not just that, but 130 Jamaicans also lost their life. Not that it went up by 6.5% in May, but also between April and May, 130 Jamaicans lost their life. So at that point, we would ask, as a citizen of Jamaica, since people is dying like that, right, left, and center, if the SOE is so effective and so important, why then the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, the Police Commissioner, his Senator, his MP, his Mayor did not call for a state of emergency then? Because this is the JLP slogan, If it's even one life, it must save. But I see here where 130 Jamaicans died and you did not call for a state of emergency. Right? Anyway, let's move on. Because I'm just quoting Senator Crawford's words. He says in June it went up by 1%. In July, it went up also by another percent. In August, it went up by 4%. Commissioner of Police, Minister of National Security, the Prime Minister, your cabinet, they were still missing. No sign of a state of emergency. As crime continued to rise. No interest showing this time. Anyway, September, murder went up by another 8%. Murder went up by another 8%. They're still hiding. Nowhere to be found. If this thing was so effective, useful, as you claim, why in this situation or in this circumstance, you guys did not call for it? Parents is out there mourning. Mother, father, brother, sister, aunt, niece, cousin, friends. Funeral after funeral. And you guys are nowhere to be found. So he says, the police commissioner words in September. So the police commissioner come out in September and he make a press conference to inform the country of what is taking place. And this is the word of the police commissioner. And I quote, in the month of September alone, there were 19 incidents of multiple murder, 18 double murder, a triple murder, amounting to 39 victims. I'm talking about the Commissioner of Police report. In the month of September alone, there were 19 incidents of murders, 18 double murder, 1 triple murder, amounting to 39 victims. This is the Commissioner of Police words, it's not mine. So where is the state of emergency if the Commissioner of Police can come make this bold report? Huh? There's still nowhere to be found. In October, as I quote, as Mr. Crawford said, murder went up 7%. And there's still nowhere to be found. But in November, they run out and say, yes, state of emergency. Why they do that? The World Cup, the greatest show on earth, about to take center stage. And statistics show that over the years, when there's a big event such as the World Cup, the Jamaican audience zoom in. So what that does, it reduces crime. Crime goes down. So what the JLP was trying to do, the Minister of Commissioner and the Minister of National Security was trying to seize, capitalize on the World Cup, knowing that crime is going to come down. So what they were doing here, trying to take the credit from the World Cup. So the PMP said, no, got you. Ain't going to work this time around. We see this stunt in the past, and we're not going to make you get away with it this time around. So we are a no this time around. We support you the past 5 years, but this time we are a no, because you are playing political gamesmanship. What you are trying to do here is take credit from the World Cup. So what the senator was saying, to them, the World Cup is more effective than the SOE. The World Cup is more effective than the government of Jamaica crime plan. strategy. We are not stupid. We are not stupid. We see what is going on, what is taking place. You are trying to take credit from the World Cup. That seems to me to say the World Cup is a better thing than the crime plan from the government of Jamaica. So probably we don't have to go talk to FIFA if you have World Cup every year. You understand? If that's the case. You understand? And the thing about it now, the PMP said, there are things about this SOE, state of emergency, that the people of Jamaica are not aware of. People are making millions of dollars out of the state of emergency. Who is supplying them with these portable potties, toilets? Which gas station sign up to give them the gas? Which caterer sign up to supply them with food? Who is supplying the barricades? These are the questions that we as Jamaicans need to ask. So people are making millions, but the Jamaican people are not seeing the benefit. People are making millions, but the Jamaican people are not getting the reward. So the PMP said, no. No, we are not a part of it this time. And for all these reasons, the opposition is a no. So they went to the GG, the Governor General, and he signed off and give them the go-ahead. So now, Montego Bay, Hanover, Westmoreland, we know they're on the red list. Ochi, Kingston, someplace, you heard them say Kingston, you heard them say someplace in St. Andrew. Someplace in St. Andrew. And some other places. But I want to ask the Prime Minister and the Governor General, for the past 2 years, the poorest of the poorest in Jamaica have been shut out. The disaster risk and whatever. Not making any money. Poorer and poorer. Now these people are excited for this Christmas. People already go out and get their permit to keep their parties. People already pay down soundman. People already pay artists. People already pay a decorator to come decorate them place. And now you're telling them that's a no. The chicken man are when they gear up. The pork man are when they gear up. The nail tech. The hairdresser. The clothes man. The peanut dread. The soup man. The can man. For them dreams shattered again. Because what? A state of emergency. State of emergency does not affect the richest of the richest in Jamaica. It affects the poor of the poor of the poorest in Jamaica. Because they are the ones who live day by day. The government said they are aware of 300 gunmen, high-rank gunmen in Jamaica. So what they're going to do now is deprive how much millions law-abiding citizens of Jamaica to catch 2 or 3 gunmen in their community. You have all the resources, Mr. Prime Minister. The same resources that you take over there in Clifton community, in St. Catherine, to go and demolish those houses. With your soldier, your police, your armored car, your drone, your SWAT. Why don't move that same energy into this community where these fused bad apples are? If you have the intelligence on them, what are you waiting on to go and get these criminal elements out of the community? But now you want to come and deprive law-abiding citizens of Jamaica their right with your states of emergency. That is not effective. The evidence is there to show that it is not effective. Because if it was, the past 5 years that it has been in place, crime is on the rise. And you give the police and the soldier the powers to go in this community and take up any young man they feel like. Any young man they feel like, and bring them to jail. And those young men can stay there upward for a year. If they refuse to answer a law enforcement, they can lock away for months for that. Knowing that, you have to charge me. It's me not have to answer you. And I can tell you also, I need to speak with my lawyer, so I don't have to say nothing to you. But the Prime Minister of Jamaica, give them the go-ahead, they can take you and lock you up if you refuse to answer them, if they ask something of you. It's not effective, it's worthless, it's useless. It's what? Useless. For the past 5 years, the state of emergency has been in place. And every single year, crime is on the rise. So you want to tell me that that's effective? When we do things, we look for result. When I send my kid to school, at the end of every term, I say, how much you come in your class, big man? Or how much you come in your class, little miss? And we are look for years, the first, second, or third. We don't want to hear 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, they go up. Sometimes we're mad and we're pissed off. Say, I waste me. What me send you go to school for? I waste me money for you. Because last year you come second, this year you come 9. And we're mad and we're upset and we're in our feelings. Because guess what? The youth is lagging back. There is no progress. It's the same thing with the SOE. For the past 5 years, there is no result. Crime is on the rise. Crime is on the rise. No result. No result. It's useless. It's not working. It's only oppress the poor and take away their rights. So don't listen to the JLP when they come and tell you that the opposition is not for law and order. The opposition is for law and order. The JLP is leading a dictatorship administration. And that's the problem. You want to impeach and take away law-abiding citizens of Jamaica right to move freely in their own country. And then you want to point to the leader of the opposition. The opposition have nothing to do. They say, we're not going to jump on board with you this time because you are trying to score political points, and what you are doing to the Jamaican people is wrong, and they won't be a part of it. And I salute them to stand firm and don't jump on your bandwagon. Peace and love, people. And remember, stay tuned to Aromatic Realistic TV and the Revolutionist. I'm a patriot. To the revolution. I'm a patriot to Jamaica and nobody else. Mad love.